So many people, they feel lost and worried about their future. They've tried everything to find joy and happiness and success, but things just aren't changing. In fact, sometimes they get even worse. So if you're here, you're probably searching for something. You're searching for a way out. You're searching for that quick fix. But what if feeling lost? What if feeling confused in life isn't something to try to banish or to get rid of, but something you can actually understand? In Letting Go, this book, David Hawkins, he explains why uncertainty isn't a problem, and in fact, it's an opportunity. So, we're going to talk about today why feeling lost and confused might actually be the best thing that's ever happened to you. All right. As I said before, this is my first live. It seems like there is one person on here so far. So that's great. Welcome. I don't actually really know how to navigate all of this, so I will do my best. But if you want, you can always leave a comment in the chat. Um, and if there are any technical difficulties on my end that maybe I'm not aware of, let me know in the comments as well. All right. So, this is really my passion. This is my passion in life. I'm just your regular millennial woman, and I've realized that the traditional paths to success and happiness, they just weren't working for me. And I spent a lot of time chasing what the next big solution is, what the next self-help trick is, only to end up feeling more frustrated and more stuck. But everything changed when I stopped trying to force my way forward and started learning how to actually let go, which is this book. But just in general, there are other books that I have as well that talk about the same thing. And so, on my channel, I had mentioned that I'm doing a series on de-influencing yourself, because that's one of my goals for the year, is de-influencing myself of things that I've seen on television, things that where I'm told that I should be doing based on my gender, based on my time of life, that kind of thing. And I'm literally allowing other people to define me and define the trajectory of my life. But no more, she said. So that's what that series is about. And I just thought that this would actually be a really good way to kind of make that more concrete in my life. I'm also doing the 75 hard challenge. And one of the tasks in that challenge is that you're supposed to be reading 10 pages of a book a day. And yeah, I decided to pick this one up. I've had it on the bookshelf for a while. It's getting a little dusty, so I thought, why not? And why not share some of the things I'm learning along the way with you? So that's why we're here today. And if it goes well, then I may do more of these, right? But that's, you let me know if this kind of thing resonates with you. Yeah, so we're gonna dive into the book, but let's first start off with why people may feel confused, why they may feel lost in life. So one of the things is there is an overwhelm of just too much advice. One person says work harder and another one says rest more. Hence, having to de influence ourselves. Because if we're constantly being pulled in different directions, one person saying this, another person saying that, that influencer saying this book saying that, and we don't actually take the time to figure out what works for us. And I mean, that's where I feel people get really burnt out. That's where you're seeing videos where people are talking about, self-help or self-improvement ruined my life. That's where that comes in, right? You watch one YouTuber, they say, wake up at 5 a.m., grind every day. And another one says, listen to your body, stop hustling. You don't know which one is right. And you have a friend that tells you need to focus on long-term goals. And another one says, live in the moment. So which one do you follow, right? The next one is social media might be making people feel like they're falling behind in life. I actually did a video on this recently talking about how I feel behind in life based on just the fact of my age, right? And all the things that I'm supposed to be doing at my age. So, when you see like a 25-year-old on Instagram and they're buying their first house and you're still trying to figure out what your career is, you definitely start thinking, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing with my life? Or you watch someone on TikTok and they made 6 figures in 6 months, and now your regular job just doesn't seem enough, right? Um, and then another reason people might feel lost and confused could be really just how uncertainty can feel like a failure when it's really just part of the process. And what I mean by that is, say like, for example, me, I got laid off from my job. um I had started a business before, and being laid off is allowing me to be full time in the business. Things are doing well, like it's in an upward trajectory, but it's definitely not growing as fast as I'd like. I mean, it's nowhere near replaced my income from my old job, right? um and so there are times where I'm like, damn, was this a mistake? Like, should I have done this? Or, should I be going back to the workforce? That kind of thing. Or, uncertainty may come in where you're in between jobs and you just don't know what's next. So you start panicking and feeling like, man, I'm failing. Or, you try to take up a new habit. I told you that I was doing 75 hard, taking up these new habits, and then you're not seeing the results immediately. To be honest, I'm less than 1 week in, and I'm letting you know I lost 1 pound so far. So that's good. It's working, but it's working because I'm doing it my way, and I'm not doing it how like in the really strict way that they're trying to tell you that you need to do it, like really militant. I'm not really militant. So why would I do it that way? That's just does not fit in with me and how I am, right? So those are some of the ways that people might just feel a little confused, a little lost. And all of those things, what they have in common is that it's just really the pressure to have everything figured out right now, and the feeling that if you don't, then something is wrong with you. There's this human universal human struggle, right? It's just the constant search for happiness, the constant search for feeling like, it's just feeling like something's always missing. Like, you accomplish something in life, you are where you think you want it to be, but then no, the grass is looking greener somewhere else. Like, we're always striving for more and feeling like there's something missing, not really being content where we are. And so no matter how much we achieve or how many self-help tips we try, that sense of deep, lasting fulfillment just really seems out of our reach for that reason. And that's exactly why so many of us go through phases where life just doesn't feel quite right. So whether you're in your 30s, whether in your 20s or 40s, just any age, sometimes it's just feeling like we're facing a real problem that needs to be solved. And other times there's just no clear reason. Like, we just feel stuck and that's it. Like, we're waiting for something to change and we just don't know what that thing is. We just know that we feel unsettled or unfulfilled. And so those moments obviously can be frustrating, but they also open the door for something new. When we start questioning things, we become more open to different ideas, and that's when real growth happens. It might not feel like it at the time, but these phases often lead to bigger opportunities, more confidence, and a life that actually feels good again. So I promised you that I would dig deep into this book. I'm not going to dig deep. I'm going to read something in it that I found really, really interesting. And you tell me if you tell me in the comments if there's anything on here that I'm going to read that you've actually tried, right? Because as I said, we are on this quest for happiness and success and joy, and we're looking for it in so many places. So I counted at least 10 things on here that I've done. It says, well, you say, there have to be some experts who have the answers. When upset, you go to a doctor or a psychiatrist, an analyst, a social worker, or an astrologer. You take up religion, get philosophy, tap yourself with EFT. I've done tapping. You get your chakras balanced, try some reflexology, go for ear acupuncture, do iridology, get healed with lights and crystals. You meditate, you chant a mantra, drink green tea, try the Pentecostals, breathe in fire, and speak in tongue. Speak in tongues. You get centered, learn NLP, try actualizations, work on visualizations, study psychology. You get Rolfed, try psychedelics. I've never tried psychedelics, but it sounds like a good time. Get a psychic reading, jog, jazzercise, have colonics, get into nutrition and aerobics, hang upside down. I've hung upside down before. It's called wall Pilates. Wear psychic jewelry, get more insight, biofeedback, gestalt therapy. You see your homeopath, chiropractor, naturopath. You try kinesiology, discover your Enneagram type. I don't know what that is. Get your meridians balanced, join a consciousness raising group, take tranquilizers, you get some hormone shots, you try cell salts, have your minerals balanced. There's so many things here. Become a vegetarian, eat only cabbage. Why would you do that? Try macrobiotics, go organic, eat no GMO. I like this one. You sing tribal chants, relive past lives, try hypnotic regression. Oh my gosh, there's so many things here. Go on a retreat, try fasting, take amino acids, get a negative ion generator, join a mystery school. Learn a secret handshake. Try toning, try color therapy, subliminal tapes. So many things here. Hunt up holy men, hold hands in a circle, and get high. That sounds like a good time. Renounce sex and going to the movies. Wear some yellow robes. Join a cult. That's the extreme, y'all. But really, what it's saying is that there's so many things that we do where we're really just searching to solve a problem, right? And ultimately, we can't really find the answer. We're still in pain, emotional and physical pain. We're still, having our emotions control our lives. And whether that's fear, whether that's anger, we're allowing all these things outside of us to take a hold of us. And we're looking in all the different arenas of life and trying all the different modalities to try to fix these things and fix this problem. And we're realizing that it doesn't really work, right? Confusion is our salvation. For the confused, there is still hope. Hang on to your confusion. In the end, it is your best friend, your best defense against the deathliness of others' answers. If you are confused, you are still free. If you are confused, this book is for you. And that's just an excerpt from the introduction, which I actually thought was really good and actually pretty funny, just listing all those things. But really, I want to know, like, have you ever had a moment where confusion led you to an important realization? Have you had that experience? Like, I've had that experience myself where I felt like, I've like being confused in a certain time in my life is what helped me to seek answers. It's what helped me to problem solve. Because if I didn't have these feelings of confusion and feeling lost, then I mean, I would just stay stagnant. I'd stay where I am. So really what I'm saying is that that's actually not necessarily a bad thing. It's not as bad as you think that it is. And it's really something that's going to help us get out of situations that are no longer serving us. Period, point blank. Like that's really all that is. So anyway, if you have your own stories of, feeling lost and confused, and it's actually taken you in a better direction in life, then I want to hear it. Let me know, leave something in the comment for me, because it's good. I feel like whenever I'm learning other people's stories, I don't feel like a weirdo. I don't feel like I'm alone in feeling a certain way or going through a certain thing, right? So it's important for us to share our stories with each other. Yeah, and so if I was actually thinking to do this again on Monday. I don't know. We'll see. But if I am gonna do a live again on Monday, then I will actually leave. Like I'll schedule it ahead of time, and you'll be able to see on my channel that there's an upcoming live, and you can notify yourself. But really, I wanted to do chapter 2 in this book, and chapter 2 really just breaks down a simple way to stop letting your emotions control you. And instead of ignoring your emotions, instead of avoiding them or overthinking your feelings, David Hawkins really just explains how we can just feel them. We can just feel the emotions and actually let them ride through, like they pass, which is a good thing, right? When we're trying to ignore them, or just banish them and get rid of them, what's happening is that we're suppressing these things. We're either repressing things, suppressing them, or ignoring them. So, yeah, I know that might sound weird, but really getting into the nitty gritty of like how we work, how we function as humans, that's what's going to help us really take more control of this humanness about us, all the erratic emotions and all of that. So, yeah, I can promise you that the technique works. Yeah, and we're gonna break it down. We're gonna be practical. We're gonna talk about how this can actually help in your everyday life. So if you ever get stuck in those emotions, I would encourage you not to miss it. I will, as I said, this is my first live. I don't even know if there's sound, to be honest. So if everything worked out well in this video for this video, then I will just leave it. I will just leave it on my channel, and you can watch it anytime, replay it on demand. But yeah, I have a question for you. This is what I like to call the question of the day. What do you think about feeling lost and confused? No, right? Like, do you think everyone experiences the same thing? Do you feel more confident now that it's a hurdle that you will get over in time? And if you got value from this, hit the like button, share it with someone who might actually need it today. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.